So today is the day I actually made it to the goal weight that I had for so many years, which is to be the weight I was before I got pregnant with my first son at 17 years old. So it's not only my pre-baby weight, but it's also my high school weight. And that comes to 52 pounds that I lost. Last year, this time, I was 187 pounds. Now I'm 135 pounds. Very excited, but it's actually just the beginning. I still have to lean out a whole lot more for my first competition in November. So I'm so happy that I made this milestone. Long time coming. 14 years. So yeah, happy. I totally messed up today. I was trashing all of those donuts and ended up eating a half bag of donut holes. Just like completely went beast mode for absolutely no reason and couldn't stop myself. Trying not to beat myself up about it, because no one is perfect on this, and I have to keep telling myself and not kick myself when I'm down just because I make a mistake. No matter how high I get up with my discipline, I'm still gonna make a mistake every once in a while. Okay, let's talk about how this binge occurred. The reason why I'm talking about it is because I don't want to appear as a person that's perfect. Because if you're watching me, for an example, and you view me as a person that never makes mistakes, then every time you make mistakes, you're going to want to fall off the wagon, beat yourself up unnecessarily, and not want to start all over again. And I don't wait till the next day to start over again. I go to the next hour. So when I mess up, even though it's not that often, but when I do mess up, I don't say, okay, well, I'll start afresh tomorrow. No, I may have messed up at lunch. I go to dinner and fix it, and that's what I'm doing. What happened was I was drinking my water as usual, and I drank. I almost drank a gallon already, and it's not even 6 o'clock yet. And what happened was, it didn't matter how much water I drank, I was still hungry. And I didn't have enough for breakfast, I know that. All I had for breakfast was two breakfast sausages, and 2 rice cakes with coffee. And I don't know what was going on this morning. I think I just had so much going on. That's why I didn't have a proper breakfast. And then for lunch, I had about 2 ounces of ground beef, 2 ounces of chili on top of that. I was trying to be creative because I just get sick and tired of having the same thing all the time, so I try to spice it up. Then I had a bag of fruit, which was the blackberries and strawberries with some pecans in there. And then I had 2 carrots with some ranch dipping sauce. And I had coffee, throughout the whole morning. And I really thought that would sustain me, and apparently it just did not. What happened was I had spilled some chocolate trying to make a donut for a customer. And when I went to go clean it up, I just dipped my finger in it. Oh, that tastes so good. I dipped it in there again. Oh, dipped it one more time. Oh. And then I went and I rinsed the tray off. And then when it was time for me to throw the donuts away, I saw a little bit of, a little tiny piece of crumb of donut that just fell off. So I picked that up and ate it because I never tasted that donut before. Oh, okay. Now I see what that tastes like. Saw another one from a different donut. Okay, blah, blah, blah. At the end of throwing away all those donuts, and it had to be probably just like tens of dozens of donuts I threw away, I saw the mountain of donut holes. That was the last thing I had to throw away. And the thing about Shipley's donuts is that Shipley's is the donuts that I love most in the entire world. And I can't have them, and I'm around them all the time. And so I knew that the donut holes taste like the glaze. So I said, okay, well, I'll just have one, right, until I get home to cook dinner. I had one, and then I was cleaning it up, and then I had another. I was cleaning them up, and I had another, and then by the end of it, I had like 6 or 7 donut holes. And that's how those things go. And some people might say, oh, that's not a real binge. You know, a binge would be like you eat a big thing of whatever. I honestly started to feel sick a little bit. Like it was way too much sugar for me. And so right now, my insulin levels are probably really high because of that. The way that I handle it now is that if ever I mess up, I just say, okay, you know, take note, I messed up. And I can't be mad if tomorrow my results are ruined or the workout that I do today only covers what I messed up on. That's the consequence of messing up, you know. And so I carry that with me. Literally, I carry the mess up with me because that means I'm going to have to even work harder for my goals. So, yeah. I had an okay day. I'm overcoming my sinus issues. You know, I'm good. I'm just trying to kick back and relax, do my wind down routine that I told you about a few episodes ago, and just cook my dinner and chill out. All right, so what we have here is another weird meal that I put together. And a lot of black people that are watching this are going to say, oh my goodness, that doesn't even go. Because for some reason, black people have to have food that goes together. And I honestly used to say the same thing when I would look at Instagram and see the things that people would put together when they were eating healthy. The thing about it is when you start tracking your macros and you have to have specific things that you eat, as far as your nutrition, it doesn't have to go at that point because you view food as fuel. You don't view it as just simply pleasure. Pleasure is icing on the cake. So I'm eating this because I need to, right? I need to balance out the fact that I messed up today by eating way too many carbs. So by eating this protein, it's going to help me to balance that out. But yeah, this is the way it is, you know. You got to get creative, but at the end of the day, it's the most important thing is making sure that you're eating for health and you're eating for fuel. Everything else is secondary, and you have to learn how to prioritize it that way, because if you do it backwards and you make food about pleasure and nutrition last, then your body is going to be evidence of that way of thinking. It's not going to be positive. So that meal that I just created is because I am very tired. I just got home from work. I don't feel like cooking a major dinner, especially because I'm the only one here at the house. My kids are going to be sleeping over with their grandparents for the weekend, and my husband is going to eat there. So I'm the only one here, so I'm not going to cook one of my big dinners just for that. I'm just going to eat what I need for tonight. So I'm probably going to have something else after this. I don't know what it is yet. But it just depends on how I feel and what my macros are looking like towards the end of this day. I want to say that I am going to get up and exercise. I surely need to burn off some of the damage that I did to myself today, which is the equivalent of about like 230 calories, what I consumed in donut holes. So that is about, I would say, about a good 40 minutes of exercise, right? So that's the consequence of this. And the crazy thing about it is that strength-wise, I might build some muscle, which is good, but I'm just going to be burning off what I ate. And that doesn't make any progress to me. So I have to suffer for the mistake that I made. But that's how it is. But yeah, I'm really tired. I don't feel like doing anything. So I am signing off for tonight. I'm going to be doing things to relax and clear my mind, and hopefully God give me the strength to get up and kick my butt today so that tomorrow I am not way off track, because that is going to make me mad. But the only person I have to blame is myself. Good night.